Hello, hello. Are we on the air? Are we on the air? I think we are on the air. Boy, oh boy. Hang in there, everybody. We're running a few minutes late at a issue when I called Fred to get him on the air. All either of us could hear was a lot of really wacko noise. But this is Fred Fassett's Visionary Awareness here on AchieveRadio.com. And we are finally getting on the air about 4 minutes late here. But everybody hang in there because we are going to get this to work. So don't worry about that. I'm just getting ready there. Got Fred on the screen. That's what I was trying to do. And cobbled up mess. Fred talking through the telephone and sending video through the computer because his computer microphone decided to be weird today. And when I say weird, boy, do I mean weird. It was different. But as always, we will be taking, well, somebody gave up on us, but oh well, they'll come back. We will be taking your calls and instant messages and whatever all else. Anybody who wants to call in to get a reading from Fred today, we are going to be doing that in just a couple of minutes here. Number to call if you would like to participate, get a reading, or have any other type of comment. Number to call, 602-666-6027. Once again, 602-666-6027. That's the number you can call in, or you can post a message on the Achieve Radio InQuick system, which is located on the right-hand side of the listen page. Or you can post a message to the Achieve Radio chat room located below the player on the radio page and the Achieve TV page, both. Your preference. So let's see. Fred, I think, no, wrong one. Now I've got you on the air. Yeah, you're ready. Are you hearing me okay, Fred?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good to go. I'm
Okay.
a little mixed up here.
I don't feel bad. I'm going to have when they get, my buddy comes over tonight, and I check it out, because that don't make any sense. Nobody uses that but me. I can't figure out what could have possibly happened.
Sounds to me like maybe that headset is just malfunctioning.
Don't make any sense. Okay, I don't know what that means on there. And then there's this side. That's the sound. There's only two sides to this. I don't know what the hell is going on here. But, oh, well, I'll put it over and have him check it out tonight when he takes me out, because he's young enough and they can, somehow the younger ones seem to figure this out. Now, if you want to get a laugh at me to show you how bad my dyslexia is, the computer's been sending me things about my mouse, that I need a new battery. Okay? So, I went to go, and all of a sudden nothing was working. So yours truly, and I'm sitting, this is so simple. Oh my God, my grandson could do this. I put the two batteries in there. This mouse was so crazy, it was like running out of control. I was like, so I have a friend staying here from California, and he has an Apple. So I called, I said, come on, get out here. I have a show today, blah, blah, blah. And he said, well, Fred, you didn't put the batteries in. I said, at this point, nothing's worked for me in 7 years. So, hey, by the 23rd, I'm going to sit in the middle of the room and see what happens.
Okay.
So my astrologist just called me in the process of me running over here. My roommate called me. They're all checking on me because they know I've been going through this long, horrible period and a health thing and this and that and so forth. So it's supposed to end. It will end. For me, it's 7 years. For everybody else, it's about 2.5 years. And it gets to be, it's really hard. Now, what I'm going to share with all of you, there is a change. And this is worldwide, because there's probably 500 to 1 million people that are being affected. And most of you are only going through 2.5 years. They decided to make me lucky and make mine really extend it, you see. So I get to have all the fun. They've hit me every way possible that they possibly can. So I always told you, I don't get on any lessons. And what's really irritating, I hope the right people are listening, is that the phony readers that really can't read are making a fortune, and they could care less, and they don't even know that they're creating a karmic mess for themselves, and they're just pulling in the money like it's going on. So this is really for real. And I've known this for a long time. Sylvia Brown, has been gone a year. Her problem was some things like that, too. She's building up her strength, and she's going to be getting rid of the bad readers. That's what she said. I don't know how that's done, but, what do I know? I'm not out there yet. So, there's a couple of things here going on. On the 8th, December 8th, Jupiter's going to go retrograde for 4 months in Leo before it's going to turn around. I got my new calendar. I didn't have a chance to look it up. Okay, that's one. Okay, now we have full moon on December 6th. It'll be at 14 Gemini. All right? Now, we go forward here a little bit. We have a new moon on the 21st, and it's winter solstice. Now, and all you listening, I hope that you'll take my advice. You write a letter, and you have a fireplace or a shredder or whatever you have. You write a letter to all the people that have been bugging you for this year, or through the 4 seasons, whatever it is. All right? And then you have to write it out about forgiveness and letting go and cutting the cords and so forth. And when you do this and you throw it in the fireplace, you want to feel this, whatever it is that you have been, if it's a man and wife or 2 guys, 2 women, whatever it is, you want to let go of this because this will destroy you. And it is in Capricorn, this new moon. It will come in on the 21st. Let's see if at 5:36 p.m. and 8:36 for the East Coast. At the same day, Uranus in Aries goes direct, and the Sun goes into Capricorn. Now, that's the 21st. Now, here's where the fun begins, guys. On the 23rd is a Tuesday. Saturn goes into Sagittarius, and boy, are you all going to notice this, especially Scorpios. You Scorpios are getting beat up by Saturn and Scorpio. We found out that a lot of people that had Scorpio in their chart gotten cancer and moved off the plane. A lot of people. And I have a friend who has Sag, lots of Scorpio, and I was trying to tell his wife what was going to take place as soon as those 4 planets are out of his face. He'll probably turn it around like clockwork. So, and it's mutable. It's Sagittarius is learning. So we're going to the place of learning for mutable signs. Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, and Pisces. And they're saying, what I've been picking up, that a lot of Sagittarius will get married. It depends, if you're my age and so forth, I doubt if you want to get married. I doubt it. But anyway, I have some friends. And so this will be a lighter current. Now, you Scorpios, if any of you know that you're at 29 degrees, Saturn goes back in that degree in May, June of 2015 till September, and then it's out of there, and of course it comes back into Sag for 2.5 years. So we're going to have a lot of people that's been held back. What's been held back is going to come forth. All right? Because it's I've been a 7-year aspect, and a friend of mine up in Oregon, we both have been going through things. And this has been not always nice. It's been a little nasty. So let's see what you all have learned when we get to the 23rd. And I'll tell you, ironically, California, 8:33 a.m., so Arizona, 9:33 a.m., and elsewhere, 11:33 a.m. And this will be very, very positive. Believe me, it's going to be very, very, very good. So I know Bill is a Pisces and everything else. This will be a good period, and someone's sending me a message on my cell phone. I always do this, and that's mine. So that's why. What? See how it happens? They wait till I'm on the radio, and then they send me goodies. And then so we just go with it and try to make it all work. That's all it is to it. And I'm I'm working on being computerized. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not with the computer, because, okay, that's my former hairdresser. So everybody, think about what you've learned these last 2.5 years, because this is at the age of 44 through 55. Okay, unless you actually are a Scorpio. And my best friend out in Cottonwood, Seon, is a Scorpio. And so I can't get a hold of him. He's got a Gemini moon. Gemini moon people, we can't get a hold of you because you talk a lot, but you're probably all late. My cleaning lady has got that. And if I can tell her to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning, she'll make it by 4 in the afternoon. It's just the way it is. So anyway, if you got this, we're coming out of that real rough period and stepping into a very good period. All right? Now, if I can get anything through your head, when somebody's transcending to spirit, instead of crying for them, and no matter what age they are, look at, maybe this is the time they're supposed to go. If they're older, like myself, they've done all the heck they can do, and be happy for them. Okay? Really be happy for them and applaud. The Japanese, we wear black and they wear white, and they turn it into something positive. And in India, of course, they don't bury the dead. They burn them until they take the ashes and do whatever they do with them. So try to turn this around. Even if your loved one went out and got hit, he or she, there's a reason for that. And I want you all stop making it into a negative. I want you to make it into a positive. Now, here's the other thing. I've been predicting rain in California, and you see it's raining everywhere. And of course, the negative broadcasters do this. Well, yes, there's all kinds of rain over there, but it's not going to help out the drought. That's the biggest negative statement, and the universe picks this up and uses that. And we've had rain here in Arizona as well. And I picked on that, and now everybody, all people across the country want $16 for minimum wage. I predicted if we gave people $15, we wouldn't have the robberies, the murders, and everything else, because times are moving fast, and all these large corporations and fast foods make billions, and they need to get out of their noses and start paying, because the people cannot live on $8 an hour. My roommate's been making that, and I've been waiting to see for what he's going to do. So you can't live on $8 an hour. Nobody can. Not this day and age. You can't even pay rent. You can't buy food, for God's sakes, and let alone the electrical bills and everything else. So I did put that one out there. So my little lady that's going to help me, her husband got cancer, and we're taking care of that. It's kind of come out of it. So all these things I've been saying for a long time are all happening. And now we got more people over there in the Arab lands. I always forget the area. That are going after ISIS too. In time, these negative energies are going to be gone, and the people that are there from other countries will never get to come home. Seriously, they can't come home anymore. They made a choice. They believed the lies they were told, and that's just where it's at. And it's unfortunate to have a rough lesson like that. And so what they don't know is when they are decapitating all these people, they go to a better place, and the one of the decapitors are going to go to purgatory or worse. And that's a given. It's not a judgment. It's more they set themselves up, and something even worse can happen to them. So there we go. So, Bill, where are we going to go from here? I was doing that to see if we get a bunch of people lined up on the computers, the phones, or what.
Okay. Yeah, several people apparently thought we weren't going to go on because we were about 5 minutes late and split. Maybe they'll wander back, maybe they won't. But in the meantime, We've got Annette over in Massachusetts. So, Annette, you're on with Fred.
Hi, Fred. Hi, Bill.
Hi.
Hello. How was your Thanksgiving? Was it good?
It was very good. It was very quiet. It was very good. And yourself?
Yeah, well, I cooked for 8 people and did an
Nice.
organic turkey. Yeah, organic turkey.
Ooh.
The turkey was fed with vegetables and all kinds of organic goodies. Cost me a
Wow.
little bit, but it was well worth it. And then my one of my lady friends, meaning a friend, I I've never been married. My stepson, and that's a whole story. But anyway, she brought all the vegetables, and people were bringing pies. We had somebody with diabetic, so they brought a non-sugarless
Wow.
pumpkin pie for him, and we sent it home to it with him. We thought that'd be kind of fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So when's
Oh,
your birthday?
nice.
When's your birthday?
You probably already know it. It's April 2nd, 1964.
October, did you say?
April.
Oh
April
yeah.
2nd,
Yeah,
1964.
yeah, I know you. See that? Isn't that weird how I know a person by the crazy birthdays? It's just like I look at it. That's why I didn't like Block Talk Radio. These people would call you back up and say, "Oh, I'm a new client." And I said, "Yeah, well, I hate to tell you this, but you just gave me the same birthday I just got you talking to, and I can hear your voice." Oh no! We'd have to throw them off. It was really interesting. So let's see. Oh, good. You got Sag Moon. Taurus there, Aries there, Aries there. You don't mess around, do you? So
No, I
you
don't.
also are making that Neptune return completion on the
Yes.
23rd. Okay. Now the
Okay.
Sag Moon is actually good. It lightens you up. Okay, because
Mhm.
you're very
Okay.
grounded. You're very
Mhm.
grounded with a Taurus, and you're fiery with the Aries and Mars. So if someone pushes you in the wrong way, they might get bit, you know.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
what is going on is Uranus is there, and it's hitting my house of health, and my astrologers, believe me, I do this psychically. It does let me know it's going to be done on the 21st. So what's your question today?
My question is that I am butting heads, which I don't know why this is happening, um, with several women at work. One
Oh,
actually happens to be, my boss, and the other one is um, actually I'm going to call it the boss's pet, the
there
one
you
that the
go.
boss likes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand that.
and we had a conversation today, and it took me by surprise
Uh-huh.
because they don't they don't want me to be me. They don't want me. They want me to be meek and quiet, and
Well, you can't.
I
You're an Aries. You're not going to be
yeah
quiet. Okay, and what it
yeah.
is,
I mean I'm not.
are they introverted and then they're a little bit manipulative and so forth?
They are, yes.
Hmm. Okay, this is what you're going to do. I forgot my
Mhm.
cards across the room, and I went to bring them, and somehow, if I get so much going in here, if I miss my steps sometimes, oh, let me look on. Nope, I didn't. Okay, this is what you're going to do. You want to have some real fun. Are you visual?
Yes.
Okay. What you're going to do when you go back to work, you're going to throw pink energy over those two ladies. First of all, it's going to cause them to act a little weird in the sense of they won't
Okay.
know what's going on, and you'll see them. It's almost like it'll probably wear them out because I don't think they've got love in their, well, in a sense, they don't have love around them. And because they don't,
Wow.
that's where they're
Wow.
causing problems. Okay, and they have a lot of guilt. I don't know why I'm picking that up. They have a lot of guilt. Okay,
About
and
what? Why? What
well,
does it
there's
have to
some
do with
personal
me?
stuff. There's personal stuff and some stuff there at your work that you don't know about that they've done that they shouldn't have done, and I think they've lied to the big person, whoever that is, and that will be coming out.
Oh,
You see, it will be coming out. Are they about your age?
I'm sorry. What age?
Are they about your age?
No, they're actually a little bit younger.
Okay. I'm just looking at this. All right, because they have communication problems. They're not exactly truthful, and what you want to do is protect yourself. Put psychic. I'm doing this. I'm using the words. So nobody does this wrong. Psychic mirrors facing outward to them. So when they send their crap, it reverses. It hits the mirror side and goes back in their own faces, and you will scare them because you're one of the better workers. There are some others, and they're good too. But these ladies are doing things to other people as well. So,
yeah.
I think, what I think's going to happen when some of these planets switch, that's when they're going to get caught somehow, some way. And so, what you want to do every day, go in there and have some fun. I had a gentleman in my class. He's like, don't have too many classes right now, but he used to take Pepto-Bismol and drop it, not literally now, psychically, and do it, put it over people's heads because they use pink energy, and he used Pepto-Bismol and things like this, and man, he had a lot of changes, and you've got to keep this up.
Wow.
Always say, in the name of the Mother, Father, God, please allow me, can I do blah, 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 and you'll probably get a sense of yes around them because you always ask permission to do whatever we do. And I tell this, when I'm working with people, I'm constantly using the word God. Now, I don't go to church and all that kind of stuff because that's another story. That's another radio show. And so I was a minister in California for a long time, and I didn't see myself there. And of course, Spirit took care of that. So if you start doing this, I know you're going to succeed. Okay?
Because I just need to know what's going on with my boss. It's like I feel like I can't talk to her. I mean, I can't be honest with her because she's always on the defense.
Well, first of all, she's full of herself. She thinks she knows everything, and she does not.
Yeah.
And she's scared that somebody's going to find out she doesn't know, and then it's going to be all she wrote. So by using the pink energy, dear heart, you'll watch the fun. Now, if she gets real nice, you have to be on your guard because those individuals will stab you in the back anytime you can. But you just keep that pink energy going, and you'll see some funny things going on. Now, if you have to do a lot of work, like say you have to take a test or you have something big coming off, the secret is wear a shade of yellow, maybe not bright, it's all according to your skin color, but you wear some kind of yellow that matches you. It doesn't have to be like a signal, nothing like that. And then you go do that work, and by the time you get through, you'll have it done so well that they won't even know what hit them. And that's a fact.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Now you said, what kind of work? What should I wear that's? I don't have anything yellow.
Well,
I don't think I have anything yellow.
Well, use yellow for like a blouse or something going over your blouse, something like that. What you're comfortable with, okay? And just and watch the fun because you'll see the difference in your energy. Your mind will clear, and you'll get so focused because you got that Sag moon anyway. And that lightens you up a lot. And then you're very grounded. You're very, very, very grounded. You analyze to a certain degree also. And you're a little bit psychic also. You have Saturn and Pisces like me. So you got intuitive ability, and you go with those first feelings, you'll be amazed what you get. Okay?
So you're saying that they're just unhappy. There's something else that's going on.
Yeah, that's what's causing the problems and so forth. And you're on the other. You came there to work. How many people do you know that come into a job and they don't do their work?
Exactly, but the thing about it, Fred, is that my boss is trying to tell me that I need to go out and find work. I need to go out in the company and ask people for work.
Well, how about her?
And
that's really her job. It's not your job. It's hers. Exactly.
That I'm not being proactive in finding work, and it's like you hired me.
Yeah, I hired you for. So do the pink energy, and you can also do light. Sky blue is tranquility. Okay, and people will react. So try the pink energy on both of them. And not only that is when you stand and look at her, see, she knows what she hired you for, but she's trying to pass her work off on you.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So they're looking at me as if I'm not if I'm not doing my job. But I never knew that I had to go out and ask people to give me work.
Right.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's coming from your boss who doesn't want to do that job, but that's her job, basically. So what you do, if you want to, you can go do that, but remember, she will start piling more and more and more on you, so she doesn't have to do anything, which she doesn't anyway, but that's okay. All right?
That's true. Okay,
all right,
thank you. Thank you so much. Many blessings to you both.
Okay,
alrighty. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Nat. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Let's see what we got here, Fred. We have, here's Marjorie's back again this week. Am I loud enough? It seems kind of muted in my headset. Let me turn it up just a little bit. Marjorie in Maine, back with us. Hi, Marge. Fred and Bill, birthday 4/24/57. And this week, Marge, interested in knowing what you see for me over the next 6 months regarding finances. Blessings from Marjorie.
Well, that should improve because of what's coming up. Again, you see, you got to understand how this works. And so we go over here, right? You got that moon. I hope you handle that Pisces thing there for you, because if you let that get real emotional, my goodness. Let's see. Well, you're not afraid to communicate, and you're going to make that completion too with Uranus and Neptune. I would say after this 23rd and going into 2015, everybody, we're going to go into an 8-year. Okay, we're going to go into an 8-year, and it's a money year. I don't care what they say out there. I deal with the spirits and deal with God and Goddess and Buddha and everybody else. If they could listen to all that, they'd be surprised. I do see you working. Now, you must know what you want and know what you want to make. As I tell everybody, include the taxes and how much you want to make. It's very, very important, okay? And the idea is whatever you're doing now, how much have you learned from it, so that when you, move forward, does really assist you. Because you've been going through a lot of change, Marjorie, really a lot of change on every level. So this is why I feel on the 23rd, you too, of course, this month. I don't know how everybody's going to feel. I'm going to wonder myself. But when it goes into SADS, that's mutable, means what you've been going through, it's in a fix. Your birth sign's in a fix. All this is going on. And this has been going on for 2.5 years in your case. Okay? And so you're a little bit psychic with that moon and Pisces. You may not even know it. But you have the ability, and sometimes that moon can get in your way and make you procrastinate, hold yourself back, or it can be too emotional where it just doesn't work. All right, so I believe that money and work is definitely going to come in. You should have learned a lot these last 2.5 years, okay? And then if you have, see your Saturn, here we go, your Saturn's in Sagittarius also, so isn't this interesting? So you're going to step in, not right away, a couple of more years. You're going to go into your golden years, and you'll go from 59 to 60. That's all about change also, and it can be very good. Everybody's different. Never know what's going to happen. But I'm looking at yours, and you're 13 Sagittarius and Saturn. That's mutable, and you don't have Scorpio there. You have 2 Scorpios, one in Neptune, one in your North Node. That's all been pushing on you for quite some time. So this going now is a more positive energy around you and can allow you to reach out and find the work you want. But be clear in your own mind, okay? Don't let people push you to the side or anything else, okay? So lots of luck, Marjorie. I know it's there. Now you got to get the first feelings. Remember, first feeling. You might feel it in your gut, you might feel it in your heart, you might feel it in the throat, wherever it is. But it's there. And you will get it once this stuff is out of your way. And you're not the only one. No one's just picking on Marjorie. There was 500 to 1 million people, for your information. I've been figuring this out for some time. All right? So lots of luck. Thank you.
All right, Marjorie. Hope that was useful. And now, Fred, we'll move on to Melissa in California. Melissa's day, November 4, 56. November 4th, 1956. Just a few pages back, actually.
Yeah, you got it. And she's one of those that's going to be making the completion on the 23rd, and she's going to do the same thing. She's going in her second side and return a little early. And I see my girls are over here trying to. Don't you guys bark? Please don't do that.
Okay. Melissa's question. I would like a psychic or card reading, if possible. I have an interview tomorrow for a good part-time job. It seems like a positive situation. Can you look at my chances for this job or another one if this one doesn't come through? Any feedback? Thank you from Melissa.
Isn't this interesting? I forgot. I'm not attached to the computer, so I forgot something. So I'm walking over here.
Well, that works.
Yeah. I'll go over and get them now, and we'll see. Charlie's letting me do this because I'm working on seeing him, by the way. And this is taking a bit of stuff. I heard him the other day. And I don't know how he did it, but something got manifested for me. So she's looking at this part-time job. Okay, let's just see what comes up. Once I get to hearing him this today, he'll really take everything with me. You should see what I've got in the box. When I first started all this, I have things that are very expensive, and I would never give them out unless I know somebody was going to take care of them. So I have just the Arcana in French. It's like things I did, way back now. Okay, let's see, Melissa, how we're going to do this. How you like the rain over there, wherever you are. And there's going to be more coming. I don't care what the scientists say. They need to be more positive and so negative. Well, this one's going to help the drought. Yeah, right. Shut up. Huh. That's how we got into the recession, by the way. Same thing. And they put enough people together that will mouth it so it does. Okay, change. Change. Wow. You must have gone through something pretty terrific. Pretty. I mean, you're Scorpio. Anyway, 10 of Pentacles is money. If you feel good about this, then you take it, or there will be another one, because the same thing, love, you're going through too. And here's more. I mean, you're getting a lot of cards with money. And here's victory. So, the Ace of Cups with God's hand. So, is that one or another one there will be in your hands. So be positive about it. Look at it very clearly. Would you be happy working for that company, whatever it is you're doing, and would they be happy with you? And don't give them over about what you're all about, because you got to hold back some things. You can always talk your way into employment, but don't give them all your secrets, because the more they don't know about and you do, when the time is right, you look like you're the smartest thing in the world, and I'm sure you are. So go with that. Okay, either what you're doing or there will be another one. Keep your confidence up, my dear, and enjoy this next journey you're going to be on and through your 60th birthday. Yeah, I went through mine a long time ago. All right. Lots of luck there, dear.
Okay, well, that sounds fairly positive, Melissa, and good luck with that project. It's so much of that going on these days, I'll tell you. It's
Yes,
couple of years ago, it looked like the radio station was going to go under, and I started looking around for work. And boy, I'll tell you what, Fred, I'm only 60. At the time, I was 58.
Uh-huh.
And what they say in the news is absolutely right. I mean, I'm in an area where unemployment's only about 4%.
Right.
But do you think they were going to hire somebody 58 years old? Not on your life.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They got that. They say they don't look at age. They all lie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what some talking head, said not long ago that said age discrimination is the last major discrimination left.
Well, they can't even handle the one with different nationalities, let alone age discrimination. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty obvious in light of the last couple months that racism is not gone away.
No.
And age discrimination is way down the list. Anyway,
that's right.
Yeah, let's talk to Roger. Hi, Roger. Welcome back. Hi, Fred. Will the secret to zero-point energy and dark energy be found once our scientists understand time, science, and time manipulation? It is my belief it's coming in a few years. I got something to say on that, but go ahead.
Go ahead. You know about that more than I do.
Oh, I just going to say, Roger, I've been convinced that there's going to be some major breakthroughs for many years. Way back in the 90s, a noted scientist, physicist, whose work I happened to follow at the time, said point blank, he said, I've got 2 or 3 different zero-point energy systems in my head on paper that I know will work. The problem is the engineering is beyond what we're capable of today. And if you look at what engineering has been done in that amount of time, almost 20 years ago, it's been a better part of 20 years since I read that article. But there are a lot of zero-point energy systems that are just sitting there waiting to be developed. Problem is, the first thing they teach you when you go to science or engineering school, is the laws of thermodynamics, which say that there's no such thing as a free lunch. You can't get something from nothing. But, as has been pointed out, there is more energy contained in the vacuum inside of a light bulb. There's enough energy contained in the vacuum inside of a light bulb to vaporize the entire planet.
Boy.
And, anyway, go ahead with the psychic hit on that there, Fred.
All right, this is what I'm getting, Roger. It's coming from above, all right, just so you know. I don't know if I have told you this, but there's a lot of scientists that were on the earth that are in the spirit world. So when they get out of the physical body and they get on the other side, they go to a particular dimension according to their spirit. And what they're saying right now is, for your information, this will come maybe as what you see it, but those scientists that are in the spirit world are working with particular scientists here on Earth. And they're much different. The spirit scientists, or those that are in the spirit form, are different than the ones that are in the human form. Because the ones in the spirit form, I have to say, are on a much higher level. So they're looking for the right scientist, male, female, whatever it is, and they're going to work with them for what you're talking about, keep it focused and everything else. Because I've heard from somebody that's a scientist that has called me once in a while, which doesn't listen either, but that's okay. The idea here is this will come, and I'm going to say this, mankind has to be ready to receive and open their consciousness up, and we can say their psychic up, along with their, what did he just say? Whatever they're working on now, and so if this can expand their consciousness, and it comes in, and then make it all very easy for this to come forth for mankind. Now, because I didn't, I get it that way, because, you know, when you're talking like that, I haven't got a clue. So I got this from the other side, okay? Okay, engineers, that's where I was coming up from. Engineers and people of this quality are on a totally different vibration frequency than people like me and whatever. So look at it that way, that as they find the right person, there's going to be miracles happening. And again, Roger, Charlie has said, and he won't give me any other information, I've tried, it's from 2007, 2018, we're stepping in the 5th year of the transition of the Earth. And everything's happening. It looks like a disaster. In reality, it's a lot of learning. I'm taking a lot of people off. Like a lot of people have Scorpio and Saturn. All right, they've died. A lot of them have died with cancer. And whatever they thought, you know, those people went out in the spirit world. Now they're adjusting out there. My friend, the astrologist in Florida, she knows of 12 to 15 people, plunk, right out the door. So, you know, that's where that's at. So here we go. It's out there. The higher scientists, yes. You're saying yes to you. I don't understand it, and it will work when the time is right, and it'll be amazing. It will be amazing. I think we're even going to see the skies, the stars, by 2018 are going to be in a different lineup. I don't know where the heck that came from, but there you go. I hope I made some sense there for you, buddy. I do try.
Yeah, yeah, it kind of did make sense. You know, I'll throw in my other little kind of philosophical twist on that, Roger, is having spent most of my youth studying science and engineering, and was going that way, and then all of a sudden I found out that I could make a whole lot more money flying airplanes than I could designing them. For whatever ridiculous reason, I went that way. But the way I feel about 0-point energy, there really is no such thing as a free lunch, in the sense that, use another hackneyed old saying, behind every silver cloud there's behind every dark cloud there's a silver lining, but it works both ways. Behind every silver lining there's a dark cloud. When I was a kid in grade school, everybody thought that nuclear energy was going to be the thing. Noted scientists were actually saying in those days that your electric bill by now would only be to pay for the wiring. That the generation of electricity would be so cheap and so easy and so economical and so safe that we'd pay just a little bit a month to maintain the wires, and the juice would be free. Okay, and all right, Roger, I just got that. Just 1 second. But what I'm getting at is nuclear energy turns out to be a much bigger dark cloud than the silver lining. Just look at what's happening in Iran and North Korea as we speak. Not to mention what happened in Japan, and on and on and on. So I think, Fred, this is my view on it, that there has to be, that for something as huge as 0-point energy, there's got to be a downside, and we're probably not ready for it, so it's not going to happen.
Hello?
Yeah,
that's what they're saying. That's what the scientists are saying in the spirit world.
Yeah.
Because is the world really ready? It's like there's supposed to be another pyramid found? Well, they said because the world is not ready, they're not going to let them stumble over it and find it. Okay, because they're not in a progressive path. They're too much in the dark and messing around over there. So why would they let them find it?
Yeah, exactly. Now, Roger, he says what he's asking is the understanding of time the key needed to get this, and I think that was sort of just answered. But go ahead, Fred.
Okay, well, let's see if I. Hey, Roger, you know how to push my buttons, man. Okay, understanding time. All right, just a minute. Let's see what I can get here from them. All right, now guess who's coming in? I knew this would happen. Your buddy with all the white hair.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Evening, Professor.
Yep, the professor's here. And I always get his hair, and so I did. It wasn't him I channeled. It was the writer I channeled here at one time. It was an accidental thing, and that was kind of interesting too. Mark Twain I channeled one night. It just happened. That was quite a doing for me. All right, let's see what we got going here, buddy. Okay, here's your King of Pentacles. That would say in the universe, there's a very powerful energy out there in the universe, okay? There has to be a balance, because there's some scientists, soul engineers, whatever they are, some of them are in their own way. And they block what's trying to get here as what you're asking about. And some of them are also a little bit feel them battling one another because of their egos. I don't know if this takes a lot of money, but that just popped up. And there's some of them don't think they can manifest another money to be able to bring that around. I mean, this will happen, Roger, but I can't tell you when. Right? And here's the struggle. See, the people that have this knowledge do fight amongst themselves or struggle. Maybe the word struggle, and there's the justice. So I do believe again that it will come when the time is right. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised. The professor will probably show up for you again if you ask him to, and if you can really get your mind clear, he'll probably answer just the way you want him to, okay? Because he's there, and I'm looking at his face, and I don't talk the way I'm talking, believe me. So I pray that I made some sense, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it did sort of make sense. And
okay.
Yeah, Roger, I think what Fred is really trying to say is that when the time is right, the understanding of time will unravel, and it'll be kind of like a big deal, just like Einstein was responsible for the they call them the incredible years or something like that. The first 15, 20 years of the 20th century, when so much came out about the nature of reality, based primarily on Professor Einstein's work. Mm-hmm. And I think what he's trying to say is that that will all unravel pretty much together. Maybe neither one actually being the key to the other, but they'll just unfold all at once, and somebody will get over being hyper paranoid about thermodynamics and all that, and see the key basically, and get through it. But at any rate, we are out of time for the hour, and boy, several messages came in. No calls coming in. I never can figure out why. Some days it's one, some days it's the other. But we're at the end of the first hour, and we're going to take about a 4 or 5 minute break here, and come right back to Fred Fassett's Visionary Awareness here on Achieve Radio. And those of you who sent in messages, just stand by for a few minutes. And, well, nobody's on the phone except some folks listening. Hi, Renee. So.
Renee, what you asked me earlier when you called me, I was told to wait till after the 23rd, and you may get somebody might say something to you or figure out that you can't make a decision now. It's the wrong timing. And so when it does hit and I get there also, and you talk to me again, I may have an answer for you. Okay? I'm not going to say I will. I could.
Okay. Renee, if you got a follow-up, put your hand up, and we'll let you on next hour. And, Fred, with that, we got a split, so we'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes, everybody. Don't go away.
Looking for a psychic with experience? 47 years as a professional psychic. Visionary Awareness with Fred Fassett. Live after the break.
Hello, this is Jonathan Goldman.
And Andy Goldman.
Sound can be an extraordinary vehicle for healing and transformation. It can affect your body, your mind, and your spirit.
We'd like to invite you to visit our website, healingsounds.com, and discover some of the amazing things that sound can do. You'll find articles and interviews, a special store for sonic healing tools, award-winning CDs, books, tuning forks, and much more.
You can find out about the discovery of the divine name, what we call a hotline to the divine. Explore ways of studying and learning about sound healing, and even download a free recording called the 7-Minute Chakra Tune-Up.
There's much to explore in the world of sound healing, and discover ways that you can live a healthier and happier life.
Once again, we'd like to invite you to come visit our website, healingsounds.com, and experience the difference.
Thank you.
What if you got rewarded for every good decision? What if your heart had a special way of letting you know it appreciates your healthy choices?
I've got to get my family to eat more vegetables.
Amazing!
And instead of cooking with butter tonight, I think I'll saute our veggies with heart-healthy oil.
You're a genius! So really, would your food choices pay off in heart health? Did you know that when you replace bad fats with healthier fats, like those in canola or other vegetable oils, it can lower bad cholesterol levels, and that's good for your heart. Here's a winning idea. Take up the challenge for good health, because the you of the future will say,
Fantastic!
Learn more at heart.org/facethefats. Canola Info proudly supports the American Heart Association's Face the Fats campaign.
You may have seen the question in Parade magazine about it. MSN made it one of the top 5 in an article they wrote about it. And journalists around the world are asking, whatever happened to them? What is it that's bringing up all this attention? Well, it's manners, the need for good manners. Publishers Barbara Ross and Nicholas Beatty have brought the quintessential guide to manners for children back into print with their Goop series. You know the Goops. The Goops, they lick their fingers. The Goops, they lick their knives. These wonderful books, originally written by Gillette Burgess over 100 years ago, are now available for a new generation to enjoy and to learn from. Children the world over have loved these classic poems, and now you can own them to share with your children and grandchildren, nieces and nephews. Just go to www.thegoops.com to see the delightful Goops characters, a sample of the whimsical poems that help teach kids good manners by how not to be a Goop, and all the Goops Unlimited books now available. Manners, what a difference they can make. Click on www.thegoops.com today.
Hey, it's Niecy Nash, taking a break from my new TV Land sitcom, The Soul Man, to talk to all you moms out there. My character Lolly is a mom too, and she's pretty fierce when it comes to protecting her family. But all moms need to remember to take care of themselves too, especially when it comes to heart disease. It's the #1 killer of women, but you can reduce your risk through healthy diet and exercise. So spread the word and take care of yourself. Find out more at GoRedForWomen.org.
Howdy, Winchester here. You know, back in the 1870s, there weren't much book learning. Matter of fact, if you could read, you were considered right educated. And if you had any books, you were always welcome at many a campfire. Through books, we've met the kings and queens of Europe, sought out the mysteries of the Orient, followed on the conquests of the Romans and the Greeks, and sailed the seven seas. Reading opened our minds to places and ideas we've never dreamed of. But today, people don't seem to read much anymore, especially the youngsters. And then they go and tell you they're bored because there ain't nothing good on TV. Well, now let me tell you, that's one sorry excuse. So go on, do something adventurous. Wake up to the wonders of this world and beyond. Read, for the fun of it. You might just find a whole new universe out there. Your mind. This is Winchester, and I thank you.
The oldest and most trusted station of its kind in the world. This is AchieveRadio.com.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of Fred Fassett's Visionary Awareness right here on AchieveRadio.com. My name is Bill, and I assist Fred for the remaining hour of this program by answering the phones and doing all that. For any of those of you who want to get a psychic reading from Fred, multiple ways to do that. All you have to do is call in at 602-666-6027. Again, 602-666-6027, the number to call. Or you can send us a message on the Achieve Radio chat room or the Achieve Radio InQuick instant message system. Either one works, and they're both of them located on the Achieve Radio Studio A page where we broadcast radio, or the Achieve Radio TV page, where if you're there, you're seeing Fred on the screen and can listen and watch all at the same time. Watch your reading as it happens in pretty much real time. A few seconds delay and all that stuff with all the internet, but whatever. So let me see if I can find the right button. Fred, we're back live.
Right.
And let's see, where were we? You finished up your little message to Renee, right?
Okay. Right. Well, oh, yeah.
She didn't raise her hand, so I guess she's just going to wait on that. So up next, we've got Selena in California. Welcome back, Selena. 10/26/61. October 26, 61.
Okay.
And Selena says, hello, wondering if you can look at the situation with my car. I found out I need to refinance the car loan by about January 15th and need a certain level of income to qualify. Looking for work and need to show stable income to do this. Can you look at chances for working things out with the loan company? Thank you both very much.
Yeah, well, what it is, you're going to be glad when this moves on the 23rd. You are going to be so happy. You know, you are early Scorpio. So again, we've got, there is stuff going on here for you. I'm going to do it two ways. You're making a completion on the 23rd. Just one of those. Okay, we're going to look at this. You're also born in a retrograde, which is a good thing. Venus and Libra is good for relationships. Scorpio and Mars, that's where it was. And my goodness. Okay, let's see if we can find more work for you. This is what I think. And I keep saying this, and when you call in individually, we get to that 23rd, and then Saturn goes into Sagittarius. It's mutable. It's not fixed, and it's not kicking butt, and not holding back. So I'm asking about, that's a crazy thing. I'm asking about work, extra work for you so you can get your finances up there so you can refinance your car. Okay, now, I can really testify to something here because something manifests. I can't talk about it. Something manifested for me, And I'm working on hearing Charlie. See, all of you, I hear for all of you. I just don't hear for myself, and I'm working on that. And I was sitting by myself, and then the next day, a person called me up and said, I'm going to gift you. And I was like, oh, my God, I actually got that. So let's see what's going to happen with you there. You're a good person, a very good person. We're going to be glad to get out of this 2.5-year cycle. Oh, you're going to be so happy. Don't get surprised if things just fall in your face. Let's see here. See, he took the cards away from me, but right now he let me use them because I'm in this. Got the Empress card, pregnant with the idea about work, more money. Right. King of Pentacles. So you may be talking to somebody very important to get a better job or possibly whatever you're doing now to upgrade you. And when it's changed, that's cool. This is where you are now, and that's going to change without making what you need to make them, but the door's opening up. And there's the Justice, which is, again, and there's your Wheel of Fortune, and then there's your Nine of Pentacles, which is business. And there's your Magician card. Everything's laying top. So I believe that you're going to somehow attract to you. Please don't play with fear, okay? Because if you get in the fear mode, you will block it from coming to you. And my roommate's dog's sniffing me out right now. Go away. Go away. And so, and on top of that is Sagittarius, okay, patience, 2 of Wands in the world. So it's there, and you'll be talking to a male and to a female about some, I don't know how this is going to come, out of left field. They're going to see that you are pretty smart, and you know what's really going on. It's time almost for a change anyway for what you're doing. I think you're a little bored, and the universe, God, Goddess, whatever you believe in there, is going to kind of connect with you and watch what happens. In January, Mercury's going to retrograde in Aquarius anyway. That won't even bother you. You've got Scorpio there. And so, do you? You turned yours turned into Libra. Okay. So, basically, I feel it's going to work, but do not get in the fear mode. Your verbalization, Mother, Father, God, and light of God, and only light and truth I will listen to. Please bring forth my next work that will be abundant, and I will be able to handle your car needs to refine that. They will just fall in place. Stay in the positive now. I believe it will happen as long as you stay out of fear. Okay, you do analyze a bit, my dear. It's just you being normal. But the idea is now change your thought, and I think after the 23rd, you're going to feel a lighter feeling going into January 2015. Okay? I hope that made sense to you. All right?
All righty. Well, let's see here. Everybody, if I sound weird, well, I've always sounded weird. That's nothing new. But I'm sitting here, had to change all the computers and everything around, and I've got like 3 mice and 3 screens I'm trying to deal with here. So, Selena, yeah, like Fred said, just dig in your heels and come out swinging. That's all you can do.
Right.
Okay, Nancy in Los Angeles. I have newly connected with someone I had a crush on in the 2nd grade. Wow, that's fun. And now we have started to hang out. Do you see some insight to share about how it will go? And Nancy is April 30 of 1953, 4/30/53. And her old flame from the 2nd grade is...
Hold on a minute. I'm on the radio. I'll call you back. I can't.
Okay.
Well, what's the other one?
And his birthday is 9/21/53, September 21st, 53.
Oh, well, at least he got out. I think he got out of Virgo, so we'll just go this way. Yeah, she's definitely Taurus. A Libra would be a little bit, well, maybe. Let's just look what we're going to do here. All right, we just got to go forward a little bit here, my dear. I give you a lot of credit for finding that. Let's just see what's going to... Oh, you got the Leo moon. Aren't you lucky? And you're going to make that completion, too. And you have... Oh, God, what's going on? Boy, you're strong. I hope he can balance you nicely. That's going to take him to do that. Now let's... Oh, let's go backwards. All right, let's see what's going to go on here. You know, a lot of guys, I don't care how old they are, and they do a certain thing. They get so excited, and somewhere along the line, they just fall apart and run the other way. I hope he doesn't do that. I talk to a lot of ladies, okay? Let's see if he's one of those. Please tell me he's 28 Virgo, Pisces moon. Leo and Venus, that helps. Okay, Nancy, this is a possibility, but I want you to watch something. Every time I see this for a male, that moon in Pisces can really mess him up. He's got good stuff all the way through. Okay, got everything out of his way. Now I'm going to go a different way now. I have to do it this. I do. Ask, will this be good for the two of you? Because I'm always concerned with the man. All right, but that moon in Pisces can make him procrastinate, get all excited at first, and then call, I'm serious. I'm not trying to be. I just want you to be aware. Go slow. You know, go slow, and let's see what happens. I was hoping he was a Libra, you know, but he is Virgo. But life is life. I'm asking, will this be good for the both of you? Could be. Now, he has to balance your strength. He gave me the Hierophant, which is Taurus. Okay? There may be some trust issues from him or you, probably him. I have a feeling he may have had a divorce or something worse around him. Capricorn. See, he's had things get in his way through the years. And he should have learned from all of that so this could come forward. See, Ace of Cups. It's a potential. But pay attention to him. Does he stay focused? Does he not procrastinate and everything else? Now, if he doesn't do that, then fine. Because there is that chance. I'm not saying he will, because at his age now, okay, he should know the ropes by now. And there was some stuff, either a divorce, death, or something happened. All right? But there is a chance there, but go slow and let's see what he does. Let's see if he gets going with his energy and gets all galloping along the way and he goes around the corner and puts on the brakes. That's all the things I always think about various gentlemen, okay? But they're saying this is a good chance. Let's just see. It takes the two of you, and if you're ready and he's ready, don't push it. Don't go fast. Go slow, and let's see what happens and let us know down the line, okay, Nancy?
All right, Nancy. So it sounds like it could line up, but like everything in life, just gotta keep plugging away at it. And that's it's actually fascinating, from the second grade all the way to 60ish.
Yes.
That's fun.
You got it.
That's
You
fun.
got it.
I don't even remember anybody from the second grade. I don't even remember the second grade.
I remember Wanda, the Spanish girl that I nailed in the clothes closet. I think I was in the 4th grade or 3rd grade or something, and I started kissing her. Juanita, that was her name. Somebody must have got me to correct me. Yep, that was the first time I kissed a girl.
Oh, how about that? How about that? Nancy writes back in and says, it sounds so exciting. Thank you much. So
Yeah,
she's excited about the situation there.
that's good.
All right. Well, good luck, Nancy. Russell's back with us today.
Who?
And Russell.
Oh, Russell.
Yeah, and he says Carrie had her ankle surgery Tuesday, day before yesterday, and Russell got stuck waiting 9 hours in the waiting room for what was only supposed to be a 1 hour surgery. He says that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah, but Carrie's doing pretty well. And then an update on his sister-in-law thing. We've had her for 3 weeks Sunday, and that has been interesting, I imagine. Boy, talk about a dream. She wants to find an apartment for her, 2 kids, her boyfriend, and his 3 kids on one $8 an hour income.
I don't think so.
Not in the United States.
No.
Although actually you can come pretty close here where I'm at. The rents are incredibly cheap.
Well, yeah, I bet.
But still in all, 5 kids and 2 adults, an apartment.
No.
Not unless you get 3 sets of bunk beds and get a studio.
First of all, why would you do that without his help? I don't care what his excuse is, but he needs to be more powerful and take some responsibility, because that's too much for her. That won't work. And I have a funny feeling, before they're through with him, that he don't sound like he's willing to be part of anything. He just wants. He's probably the 6th kid.
Yeah, sounds like a train wreck from a lot of directions.
Yep.
If I'm reading this right, he has a minimum wage job and she has nothing, but I'm not sure about that.
Oh, so he has the job. Well, then reversed. I'm sorry, that reversed around. I don't care how you look at it, lady. Well, Russell, you got to tell her she's got to help out. And, you can't put stress on either
it
one
could
of
be
them.
the other way though, Fred. I'm not
No, I
sure.
know.
I'm just gathering. But
they both need to be working. That's all I can say. Get a waitress job if it's you. If it's him needing to go to work, get out of his way and buckle down so you can. I mean, if the 2 of them applied themselves, it's always a possibility. And I hope the kids behave themselves and not runarounds and tear things down. That's going to cost some money.
Yeah. Oh boy. Who knows? Well, at any rate, let's move on here. Good luck with all that, Russell. I know that's been an interesting deal. You've had some interesting experiences the last year or so, bud. Let's see. Jan's on the phone. Jan, you didn't raise your hand, but Jan always wants to talk, so I'm going to pop Jan on the line. Hi, Jan.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Doing great.
We're doing really good. I mean, it's been a very interesting few years, I'm sure, with you as well. So, what would you like to know today, Jan?
I would just like to know, what do you see? You see anything good coming up in 2015, or is that too general? Just anything?
No. No, let me check something. What's your birthday again? It's 3-something.
3/21/55.
Thank you. Let me go over there and look, because you might be surprised, because there's a lot of completions this year, Jan. Oh, look at this. I just wish they made things better. Okay. Well, here we are. Yeah. Now that's real interesting. Really, okay, really puts you there. Well, you did all that other stuff. So let's ask the question: is there some real great stuff coming for Jan? Which it should be, the way you work, And in this, my newer book, it makes you 0 degrees Aries. And my older book, it made you 29. Isn't that interesting how that worked? fascinating.
Yeah.
I was looking over there going, really? Anyway, let's see. Is this a 25th? It's an 8-year money year, so let's ask for Jan. Will this be a very good year? What you want to do, Jan? I'll do this for you. I'm not going to do it for you. You're going to do it. You take March, and you go 3 plus 2 plus 1. Okay. And then you take 2015 and add it all together and break it down to the lowest number, and that's what you're going to be, the numerology number you'll have for 2015. If you get a 7 and 8, an 8 is money, 9 is completion, 6 is money and work, and 5 is change and all that kind of stuff, 1 is new beginnings and whatever. I would do it for you, but I've got my hands full here.
It came out to 14.
That's your 5. That adds up to a 5. So you're going into a 5 year. So you just come out of a work year of 4. So you're going to go into a 5 year of change. Okay? That's not bad.
Okay.
All right. So now let's look at this. Ace of Swords comes upside. You have to be clear with yourself. Put yourself as number 1, Jan. That's what's going to do that. And your Sun card is going through a rebirth. Let's look at that. You do have your emotions, but don't let people take from you. You see? You have to stand up. Wait a minute. There we go. There's the money card. Handing to you. I don't know, maybe something out of left field is going to come to you don't know about. And then you have the decided is not afraid to stand up for herself when you got to. Don't let people take advantage of you. And here's another money card. So it can be a really good year. Remember, don't let anybody walk on you, because as soon as you get through to the new year, okay, and somebody starts doing things, you have the choice of saying, no, not now, I'm in charge of myself, and I don't want to do this. They may not like it, but it's for you, not for them. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yes, it does.
Okay, if you follow through on that, you'll do okay. You're a giver like me, so you don't mind helping people, but sometimes people take advantage of your kindness. Don't want to let this happen now. That 4 year had to be a rough one anyway, and now you're stepping in on your birthday, you're stepping in on a 5. So that will be a lot of change. That may be the way you see life, you're emotional, the way you work with people. It's a lot of things. Okay?
Okay, that sounds good, Fred.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Take care, Jan. Thanks for calling in. See you next time.
Thanks, Phil.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's see where we're at here. Fred, Nancy's so excited. Congratulations, Nancy. And I think we got everybody on that list. Roger was the only one on that list. And, okay. Well, our old buddy Rick sent in something.
Oh, he would. Gotta meet this dude sometime.
This one I found entertaining. It's basically current event type of thing.
Oh, it's not political because it sucks.
Unfortunately, it is, but it strikes me as kind of humorous.
Okay.
Wanting to compare two politicians who ran against each other this last few weeks back, and wants to know which one has the highest level of integrity, honesty, etc. And of course, my comment to that is asking of two politicians which one has the most integrity is almost like asking which is colder, the North Pole or the South Pole.
Is one of them female or are they both male?
One each. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
One
okay,
each.
Good.
Okay.
Which one? First one?
Start with the female. Initials JS. Date of birth January 28 of 1947. 1947.
Wow. He's not a youngster.
Nope. no, she's up there a ways. That's a female.
Okay.
And for the male, initials SP.
Wow.
Date of birth September 12 of 1959, 59.
How did those two ever get along? Oh my God. Oh, they've never done this. Oh my God! I just, it just blows me away. An Aquarian and a Virgo. Jesus. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. What am I doing here? Okay, got a little further here. All right. Let me get over here. Oh, here we go. Okay. At this point, she has quite an ego. Sometimes her mouth can get her in trouble. Mm-hmm. Yes. They're telling me she likes to get her way. And then other times she can be introverted and pull herself back. Okay, but she likes to get in. I almost feel she likes to argue. She likes to feel that she's right. Man. And they're saying, because I don't know who this is, by the way, I might got to be quadruple hands here. All right. Let's remember no then. Of course. Wow. And she likes money too. And she can be really stubborn and hard-headed. Boy, does she like her way. She's not afraid to get in somebody's face either. Well, I think she bends things around a little bit there. Bill, I think she can blow up when she chooses to. And then she has the other side of her where she can pull in. I almost feel like she sits and waits like a snake before she strikes. There's times when she may have some integrity, but there's other times that she just goes after whatever. And I bet you she and this person fought. I bet they did. It's like that other woman that was putting down the Obama girls. Boy, did she put her foot in her mouth. I was like, okay, now we got to go with the other one. Did you say 59, Bill? My writing isn't always the greatest.
Give me just a second. Go back and look here. Yeah, 59. September 12, 59.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure, because sometimes my writing is not the greatest. Even my school, I used to have gorgeous writing till I hit the 5th grade. Yeah. He's going through some changes in your life right now. If not, he will be. This will be kind of fun in a way. Oh, there we are. Come on, everything's falling apart here. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, he loves to be right. Strong-minded. How did these two ever get together? I mean, they're both in the Senate?
No, they ran against each other.
Okay, well, that makes sense. And they didn't make it?
Well, one made it, obviously. The other didn't.
Don't tell me it was the female. Uh-huh. Oh, he's doing that. Neptune. Oh, he's doing that, is he? Does he? Do you know if he bends the truth and gets in his own way at times, but he likes to be right to its thing, and stubborn, hard-headed, and he also has a temper. It's the way he brings it out. So they must have cut each other's throat during the time of the elections. Oh, yeah. He's he can be he really can procrastinate. I wonder if he drinks or does something. It's a lot about him too. I think when he was younger, he had more integrity than what he does now. Why do I just feel he lies? Okay, I'm sorry. Bend the truth. I say lies, someone says bend the truth. Okay.
Well, call it like you see it. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah. And sometimes he acts immature as well, to play a game to get the other person. He kind of sneaks up on them, you know. I don't know. I think they're both a mess, but that's beside.
They're both a mess. Okay. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Let me go back here. The woman, just a day or two before the election, was implicated in one of the many scandals going around Washington. Do you see any validity to that?
Very likely, because she got an Aries moon. She can't shut up. So that's where she gets in trouble. Okay, and then she's she's got Leo and Saturn. So that wouldn't surprise me at all. But then she'll try to fight her way out and make whatever someone said to throw it back in their face.
Yeah.
And that's what she'll try to do. But I have a feeling that there's some guilty there, whatever that was. You know, she's more powerful than man in one way, but neither one of them are all that truthful, and they both of them are. Oh man.
Oh, Fred, are you kidding me? Two politicians that lie? How can that be?
Rick, I don't know where you come up with this stuff, but God, man. Are you some kind of professor or something? I know. These two are a mess.
Okay. Well, that's, not like I was kidding about, not a big surprise. And who these people are, the woman is Jean Shaheen, the past and current re-elected senator from New Hampshire.
Oh, her.
Yeah,
okay.
And the man is Scott Brown, briefly the senator from Massachusetts. He's the guy that took Kennedy's seat,
right?
In a real surprise.
Yeah, real surprise.
Yeah, and
he won't last. He's not going to last there either.
Well, he was defeated there, and then waited a couple years and ran for Senate in New Hampshire, which he was a semi-resident of, I understand. He's not a resident of, but was a had a vacation home and spent part of his childhood in New Hampshire, so he just decided he'd move one notch north. And a lawyer, he's a lawyer. His kind of public persona is that he was an okay guy for a politician.
Wasn't he a model or something at one time?
I don't know. Done all kinds of things. But he's a lawyer and a politician, is what it says here. And Jean Shaheen is possibly looking at some ethics charges. She's the one that all kinds of stuff. Some very, very funny stuff going on with money. Apparently, her and her husband have a big real estate. They've made a ton in real estate, and possibly some ethics. So I think the idea was to find out what was, I think the reason this came up, why he was interested, is that she was the incumbent and was predicted to just roll right over by 20 points or more. And he actually pulled up to within about 3 to 4 points. And she all of a sudden woke up and says, "Whoa, I better get busy," and did, and it got, like you said, a very ugly race.
And when I asked about her on the stuff, it comes up. Yep, she's gonna have to face some charges, and in a big way. And the lady, she's done some stuff there, all right. And I think there's some kind of manipulation. You're right about the money.
Yeah.
If they can prove it, and then if it's allowed, because what she possibly has done, if she gets away with this, she'll do some other stuff, and that will kick her right in the butt.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, that's the problem with comparing politicians is, has there been one since Abe Lincoln or maybe even George Washington that doesn't have a big pile of skeletons in their closet?
Well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go into the my nephew, he's been gone. He died of cancer, and he wanted to go into politics, and he was Gemini. And I said, lots of luck. Boy, he checked that one out and backed out of that so fast I couldn't even believe the trash that was there.
Oh, it is so ugly. And, you know, how could we possibly clean it up? I don't know, but
I think Kelly's going to, I think the Mother Earth. Oh, so it's going to be very interesting. We have another 5 years? So we got a few years to go before 2018. I can't even tell you because Kelly won't tell me. And all he's saying that we're going through a transitional time. It's a 14,000-year change. Everything on the entire planet is moving. The universe has made changes to be able to balance and work with the people of Earth. And there's so much going on that there's so many people going to be leaving in ways that will blow people away, and some won't even care. And then there'll be prices to pay no matter how you look at it. So we don't know. But when he lets me know, then I'll let you. I'll say something. But he's not saying anything right now.
Yeah. Well, it's going to explode.
Oh yes.
I mean, this is like a pressure cooker with the relief tied down. It's building pressure, and it's getting a little bit on the scary side. Any rate, let's move on to something more important and more interesting than a couple of politicians. Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn in Colorado. And let's see, Carolyn's day, November 7 of 58, 11/7/58.
She's in that cycle, too.
Yeah, a lot of that, yeah. Wondering if you can look at the new year or next 6 months for me. Wondering if things will get better in terms of work, finances, and creative projects. I know Saturn is moving December 23rd. Any insight would be great.
Well, because of that, Carolyn, this is when it steps away from you because, let me see something here. I just want to check something. It's real important to get this right. Okay, 13, 4, 16. Okay, and you have your Jupiter in Scorpio, which is good as also. You're going to, Mars. Jesus, you don't mess around, do you? Okay, this will be good because your Saturn is in Sagittarius. Actually will probably help you out. Let's see. Did I write that down? Yeah, I did. Okay, let me see. You got the Virgo moon like me. Do you find yourself nitpicky? Do you ever whine and overly worry and all this kind of stuff because you don't want to do that? Because I have that aspect and I have to work on it every day of my life. And that one will really get you in some trouble. You have Taurus and Mars. We know you're grounded, very much so. And well, thank God you got that Taurus and Mars. That keeps you grounded, girl. Oh, no, that's not Earth. Okay, let me ask a question. Well, next year be more positive financially for you as this transition goes on. Most likely it will. It's really hard for me to tell you about each one of you because everybody's so different. But if you stay in the positive, okay, stay in the positive flow of things. You can't jump right away. When Saturn left Libra and went into Scorpio, it was November, I felt the positive. Of course, they thought it'd be kind of fun if they throw me some more. And, of course, when they told me the following year that I wasn't going, I had another year to go through, that was not fun either. Well, let's see, Carolyn. Let's see what they're going to do. Well, when I start hearing from myself, watch out, everybody, because lots of stuff is going to come forward. Well, you got the Six of Wands, and that would indicate yes. Look at what you've learned. Did someone hurt you during this last 2.5 years as well? Something or someone or a situation gives me the Three of Swords. But you must have learned, because you've got the Four of Wands, meaning there is money coming in there. Judgment, instead of judgment, it's Gabriel blowing her awaken the consciousness stuff. Now remember, is look at who you want to stay interacting with and push those away or more negative. And you got a Queen of Wands, so this is probably your guide, blonde. She's helping you. You got support from the spirit world. And you've got, there's that pain again that you probably went through. And you probably had some stuff with money. And that's completing now. And here comes it back in on another way. So let's just say, I want all of you Scorpios, so everybody's got Scorpio in the show, what did you learn the last 2.5 years? And how smart, or not clever, how wise do you feel that you are now because you've learned through whatever it was? Remember, once a person stabs you in the back, never trust them again. Do not loan money to relatives and friends, because the idea is what they mean in the minute. If you don't get a contract signed on dotted line, you'll never see it again. And they mean well at the moment. And then everybody comes nasty and things like, you help people, Carolyn. So, it's time for you to help yourself, make yourself number one. If you got a husband, and it's nice in my ear. So, God, there's that number again. And so, no, I believe you're going to come out of this, okay? You're going to come out of this. All right? So I believe you will. You know what you've learned. Let us know. Don't say that on 23rd we're all going to sit and the golden coins are going to drop on our heads. Maybe somebody's lucky enough. I don't know what's going to happen. My stepson and my grandson are going to be here, and I thought of going into a meditation and maybe not move, but they're going to be here, so that won't work. I think you're going to do okay, but do you believe that? That's what it's about. Do you believe in yourself? Okay? Lots of luck, my dear. You're a wonderful lady. All right?
All right. Well, Carolyn, good luck. So much of that going around these days.
Yes.
A huge amount. And let's see here if anything has come in. Boy, it's, all week has been so slow, Fred. This is actually not terribly busy, but the busiest show all week.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know who I've got around me, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. And, but, every, right after Thanksgiving, every year I've been doing this, which is, 12 now. Right after Thanksgiving, everybody just takes off, and they're way too busy with their holiday stuff. And then January 2nd, boy, they're back in force.
Yeah.
Because they spent all their money and they're really worried now.
Yes,
so,
that would make total sense.
Yeah, it's just every. But let's see. I don't believe we have anybody else. Well, unless you got something you want to talk about, Fred, I'd like to actually throw one out that
sure.
kind of interested me.
Okay.
And this is an individual with initials MM.
Uh-huh.
As in Mike. And date of birth March 22nd of 66. March 3/22/66.
His marriage.
And I would just like your impression of this individual.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we got going here with this one. Oh, God. Okay, so double Aries. Pisces there. That's not helpful, but let's see. Aquarius, Aries again. He's got Pisces over there. And what's he got? Yeah, I'm doing that too. It's North Nodes and Taurus. He's an early Aries, so The words, he's had to struggle on some level. Now, somebody's telling me this. He's had to struggle somewhere. And by any chance, you know if this guy was, I'm trying to be not, well. He kind of had more than one woman in his life?
Well, first of all, are you picking up a male energy?
Well, yeah, is it a woman?
Yeah, it
well,
is.
She should. Well, let me put it this way: she's got male energy here, man. Oh boy.
That makes a lot of sense. So.
Yeah, she's very male, and she has been male in several lifetimes before this one. She chose to come and be female so she could get the female vibration and learn the lessons through a female's consciousness over male. All right, it's the same thing. I don't think she trusts the males that well. It wouldn't surprise me. Wow. She can also, she doesn't drink or do anything with chemicals, does she?
I would say almost absolutely certainly not on chemicals. Drinking, it's a possibility, but probably not to excess.
Well, that's good, because this would mess her up so bad it'd be unreal. She likes to be right, okay? She's not afraid to argue, but sometimes when she argues and she gets into some position because of the Pisces, where was I? Saturn. Here we go again. Who's a nut calling now? That same number. It's been calling all day. It's an 800 number.
Oh, yeah.
And so what I think is she's probably good in her soul, but did she have some struggles earlier in her life? Possibly with family and so forth?
I have no clue on that, Fred, to be honest.
It feels like it. And 1966, did she ever have children?
Actually, I don't know about that either.
I feel she may have lost one, number one.
Yeah.
Did get hurt by somebody. I don't know about the father and mother. There may have been some problems there as well. Okay. She's really a good person on the inside, but sometimes she attracts in the wrong people.
Yeah.
And that just messes her all up. And what happens when that happens, people take advantage of her because she's got a side of her that's very powerful. And then the males, or whoever, will try to tear that back down. And this goes back to her family or whatever went on to her when she was younger. And she should be successful. My concern that she get in her own way to block what she was supposed to have in this lifetime, because she was supposed to be financially in a good place. And does she live out there? She don't live out there where you live, does she?
No.
I didn't think so.
Not up here, no.
Yeah, I almost think she'd like to be around more people, because at times she likes people and sometimes she doesn't like people. There is a perfectionist side and a highly emotional side, and she's not afraid to get on somebody's face, okay?
Yeah.
Because her brain works.
What about integrity?
She's had integrity, and then sometimes it's not there, but then she learns lessons and goes back in, and she sees her mistakes and tries to work through it.
Oh, okay.
She has a hard time with relationships. I don't think she succeeds in them at all, or she did.
Yeah, married only once for just 2 or 3 years. Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. Couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't be in charge. When she was the man, she was in charge. This time she's the woman.
Yeah.
And she makes this thing difficult for herself when she doesn't have to. But her brain goes off at 400 miles an hour.
That's very humorous you said that, Fred, and I'll tell you why in a second. Anything else you can say about her?
Well, I'm sure she doesn't like when people lie to her, okay? And so she has gifts to talking to people, but at the same time, sometimes then she'll can stretch the truth on somebody. I think she does have to check them out to see where they're coming from. It's like a game.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Well, that's all very interesting, Fred. And when you said her mind moves at 400 miles an hour, the reason I laughed is she was one of the very first women to fly combat and jet aircraft for the U.S. Air Force.
No wonder. That's why she has that
Specifically, she flew the A-10 over Iraq and Kuwait in Operation Southern Watch, and the A-10 is a 400-mile-an-hour airplane.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not a 600 or faster airplane like most jets. It's a 400-mile-an-hour low slow, close support aircraft.
She's fairly attractive. Does she have dark hair? Or brownish hair?
Dark hair. Dark hair. Reasonably.
Looks like she's attractive, but boy, she's got that male energy. Whoa. Is she a colonel or something?
She is a colonel, and I'll tell you who she is. Her name is Martha McSally, and she's somewhat famous there. She ran for Congress in my old stomping grounds, the district down there around Tucson. Mo Udall's old seat, who I was a big Udall guy way back in the day. I don't think much of his boys, but I thought Mo was an extremely... He would be one of the very few I'd put up there on honesty. Like I said, anybody except for Lincoln and Washington and Mo Udall might be one.
Okay.
He was regarded as one of the most honest and honorable congressmen of his day. But yeah, she's apparently has won, but it's in recount. It was within like 200 votes, something like that. And there's lawsuits flying, recounts going on, all kinds of stuff. But it intrigued me because the women who fly combat strike me as rather exceptional.
Yeah.
And to be, first of all, to get through that. I mean, fighter pilots are one of the last of the good old boy clubs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but apparently did well. She retired as a colonel and is now, unless something changes in the recount down there in Tucson, she'll probably be the congressman from Tucson.
Oh, I know who she is.
Yeah, congresswoman, I should have said.
Yeah, woman, yeah.
But, the strong masculine energy to be a successful fighter pilot, you have to have that aggressive killer instinct.
Mm-hmm.
And it struck me as curious because I've got a few friends that I've known over the years, well, two to be exact, that are female fighter pilots.
Wow.
And they both have that type of very strong masculine energy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and of course should be all over the news down there,
Well, she has been, and there's something else going on. I can't place the person because I don't like politics. I despise it. There's a reason why. We'll have to go into that one day. I was given in another life a very rough lesson, and so that's why I have a hard time writing. Anyway, I don't like politics at all, and so forth. And it's changed over the last 20 years in such a way it's not even favorable. But I know there's a reason for this. There's a cleansing going to go on in the political arena amongst the Democrats and the Republicans. And I could say something on one or the other, but I'm not going to. I'll leave that one alone. Because I've been told who's going to get the adjustment, and then we'll just leave it at that. I'd rather not talk about that to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, well, there needs to be adjustment. Like I said, there's so few in the political arena. I mean, there's crooks both sides of the aisle, up one side, down the other, round and round.
Yeah.
Crooks and whatever. I'll leave it at that.
Oh yeah.
Leave it at that. But we are down to 1 minute. I almost missed it there, Fred. So
I looked at I pulled back my sweatshirt and I looked at my watch. Okay, so we want 480-236-5661. That's my cell phone. Do not call the other number. All right, because I'm not answering that phone. and so forth. So that's my cell phone number, and that will work out pretty good. And by the way, Ben did call me, by the way. So we'll
good.
See when he gets me, you know what.
Yeah.
Anyway, and this one I want to announce. In the spring, when Pisces, Mars goes into Aries, I got to check with the astrology ladies. I want to do an all-day workshop. Normally I charge $100 for this, but I'm only going to charge $55. Now, because of that, it depends on what kind of monies I've got. Either I will be supplying the lunch, or you'll all be bringing your own little thing, because it's an all-day place, and just sit around the pool if you want and things like this. I think it might be a little cold, but we might turn on the solar at that time. But I'm going to do this next year, and we'll see what happens. Okay, it's just before my 80th birthday. God almighty, how'd this happen? So, we'll see. And that's what I want to do. All day work. Oh, there's going to be one group I think will want to learn, and one just wants me to tell them, you know, how it's going to be, because they could care less if they learn anything or not. And I'm going to work with both groups. And that's how it will be. And you can put it on your credit card. You can pay cash, check, whatever, because I have a credit card machine here. All right, so it's going to be sometime, might be the 21st, 22nd of March. I don't know. I have to check with the astrology lady, which would be good for me. All right, so I'm going to every week talk about this, so you all will know. Phoenix should know everything there.
About 10 seconds, Fred.
Okay, God bless all of you. Have a good week and be prosperous, okay? God bless you.
And Fred's website, psychicfred.com, and we are done. Bye-bye.